with this. So this week we had some questions about barking, problem barking in the house, and I know how annoying this can be. Dogs bark for lots of reasons, and you might not always know why your dog is barking in a given situation. But nonetheless, there are some things we can do to decrease problem barking. And I know for those of you that live in apartments, this can be especially problematic. No one likes to be, that neighbor whose dog barks constantly. So we're going to look at some different easy strategies that you could implement today to decrease barking in the house. So here's little Pepper. This is probably going to be a little loud, barking again. So she has a lot to say, and she is short, but she can get up on that chair and see out the window. So one of the simplest approaches you have to, see if I can turn this down a little, there we go, to decrease barking for dogs who bark out the window at stuff they see, and actually in the car, this is, you can do it in the car as well, as long as you do it safely, is to block the visual for the dog so they can't see those triggers that they would normally bark at. So in that last video, Melissa was just lowering the blinds, and that's perfectly sufficient for a lot of dogs. My girl Juno would just shove her nose through the slats and look out and bark. So if you need something a little sturdier than just curtains closing over the window, window film is a great option. And thank you to everyone who quickly sent some photos this morning in the group of window film. And these are really nice and shows a nice variety. You can get this pretty colorful stuff that's quite opaque. Frosted window film, like in the upper left, is nice, lets more light in than the colored stuff, but you can see that if your dog is really sensitive to movement, they might still be able to see shadows. So, think about what your dog might need. And you can just put it up on the bottom half of the window so that you can still see out. It just needs to cover the part that your dog can see out of. So a shorter dog, probably won't be able to see over these half-covered windows, but a taller dog or a dog who's jumping up onto a piece of furniture could. So another thing to do would be to move furniture away from the window so they can't pop up and look over your window film. Shelly says, will this be available to watch later? Yes, these are recorded in the group, so just go to videos and then you can review it at any time. And you can add comments and questions there as well. Okay, so blocking the visual can get you far, and that might be enough for your situation. But if your dog is really reactive, this is one other example, I'm sorry. This is an example of Little Bones, who's another of Melissa's dogs, who for whatever reason barks at Melissa's husband when he's in the crate. So she's just showing the difference between an uncovered crate and a covered crate. So this is something to think about for the car. I think we had a little discussion of that. So here she's gonna cover him up. And then Dad can walk by without so much commotion. So if blocking the line of sight to the things that your dog barks at works for you, you're done. Happy, peaceful household. But if your dog barks at sounds, and a lot of our dogs do, you may want to look into options for muting that sound, making it a little quieter in the house, or masking it with other noise. This is little Gracie, who is Jack's dog, and she's got a big radio playing some nice classical music. Another option for masking sound would be white noise. You can get one of those white noise machines that you could just get for kids. A lot of people have them for babies to help babies sleep. But you can also use a fan. On high, it'll make, a decent amount of noise. This is Coco. Let's see here, pop through this. Also giving your dog something else to do, ideally before there might be a period of increased barking, or if you really need quiet, like you're heading into a Zoom meeting, for instance. Giving your dog something to occupy themselves prior to going into your meeting will save you some grief. So here Coco's got quite an assortment of chews and toys. For interrupting shorter term barking, like just the delivery guy comes, if your dog is one of those that starts barking and then just goes for a bit longer than you would prefer, personally, my strategy is to just interrupt that by calling my dog away and giving them something to do. So this next example is little Pepper, who's running away from that window she was barking at. And just going to give her a licky mat here with some peanut butter on it or something. We say, okay, just chill out, do something else. And then here's little Gracie getting a food toy, so something to occupy her time. Ooh. All right, so, and this goes for a lot of times when you're trying to decrease an undesirable reaction to some kind of trigger, some change in the environment, is can I block the dog's view of the thing? Can I block the sound? If smell is an issue, is there a way for me to keep my dog away from the scent of the thing that bothers them? So here with barking, you've got the window covers, blinds, or window film. Ways to mute noises like music or white noise or a fan. And give them something else to do. So that will keep them away from the windows. And often a dog who's really into their chew or Kong won't react as much to noises because they're busy. They're not just kind of sitting around waiting for something to happen.